afternoon, everybody. Welcome inside the radio booth. My name is Chris Garagiola. I'm joined by our analyst, former Diamondback pitcher Josh Colmenter. We're also joined by our producer, engineer Leo Gilmartin, and Ryan Sikora, our technical director, back in studio. Coley, on the one hand, two costly losses for the Dbacks in the first two games of the series. And yet, when you look at the wild card standings, technically, they have not lost any ground. The Mets have also lost the last two games. D-backs still 4.5 back, but you're running out of time, and now you're adding another opponent that you're going to have to leapfrog at some point. That's what makes today's series finale so critical.
Huge game today, absolutely. And for the D-backs, have to get back to execution. That's cost them in the first two games. They've left some runs on the table, especially yesterday, that was costly, and they couple big errors in that first game, and they're just not playing their type of baseball. And you're right, although you're not losing ground, you're running out of time to make that up, and you can't just maintain the status quo. They have to gain ground and gain it fast.
We're going to talk about the starting pitching matchup a little bit later. It's Eduardo Rodriguez versus Carson Seymour, but one thing we saw is that the Diamondbacks did not have to use too many bullpen options in the first couple games of this series. And when talking to Torey Lovullo, he said he'll be ultra aggressive if need be. He could make a pitching change if Erod doesn't throw the ball well as early as the third, maybe even the second inning.
He certainly could with the off day, too. You have to win these games, so it's whatever you can do to win it. It doesn't matter if you have to go to the bullpen early, if you have to use everybody out there. He can match up whenever he wants. He has that flexibility. We'll see how it plays out.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also
the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands.
Aaron signs every autograph
and tattoos every baseball.
Aaron foots the bill.
They rob you blind.
Aaron's a good guy, the best.
Unless you're a pitcher.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
Oh, we got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, yeah. I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Action across Major League Baseball today. Already underway are the Brewers and the Rangers in Arlington, where the Rangers have a 3-2 lead in the top of the fourth. Former Diamondback Merrill Kelly on the mound right now facing Jake Bauers. There is a chance that the Brewers could become the first team to clinch a playoff spot today. It would take a win over the Rangers and then losses from all of the Cincinnati Reds, the San Francisco Giants, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are playing against the Colorado Rockies. So it doesn't feel super likely, but I suppose that it is possible that the Brewers, baseball's best team, could be the first to clinch here today. Coming up in just a bit, we got a whole slew of games for you. The Red Sox visiting the Athletics in West Sacramento this week. And if Boston wins today, it'll be their first winning season since 2021, when they made an appearance in the AL Championship Series. we'll keep our eyes on that one as Jarren Duran is actually just about to hit in the top of the first. The Twins are in L.A. to face the Angels, and if the Twins lose today, they lock in their first losing season since 2022. They've already got more losses this year than last, and they are the worst team in baseball by record since the All-Star break. And, of course, we know that they traded away a lot of key pieces to their team at the trade deadline. The Pittsburgh Pirates are in Baltimore this week facing the Orioles. Paul Skeens on the mound looking to build that case for being the best pitcher in the National League and maybe all of baseball as well. He's won 3 straight starts with the Pirates, which he had never done in his career. That's more on them than it is on him. And he's got a 0.47 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Royals are in Cleveland facing the Guardians. The Guardians are in the middle of a miraculous comeback. They had a 10-game stretch that they lost all 10 games over the summer, but ever since then, they've rattled.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Back-end guy for the Twins who was traded there at the deadline. He will be the opener in this game. Kind of weird. The Cincinnati Reds are in San Diego taking on the Padres. Andrew Abbott's been really, really good this year, but so has Nick Pivetta. So that's a great pitching matchup on the West Coast. The St. Louis Cardinals are in Seattle taking on the Mariners, where Logan Gilbert will make the home start. And the final game of the day, the Colorado Rockies at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Kyle Freeland on the mound for Colorado, and Blake Snell, another lefty, on the mound for the Dodgers. That's what's going on around the game of baseball today. We'll hit the break, but in just a few moments, we'll send things back out to Chris and Coley at Oracle Park for the series finale between the D-backs and Giants. Don't go anywhere. All the play-by-play is coming up next on the D-backs Radio Network.
Experience a playcation in paradise. Talking Stick Resort in sunny Scottsdale offers you 4-star mountain views. Treat yourself to a relaxing spa, enjoy award-winning dining, and explore the hottest slots and table games. Plunge into our refreshing pools with private air-conditioned casitas. Plus, no resort fees for Arizona and our surrounding states. Treat yourself to the best in the Southwest. Book your stay and play Getaway today. Visit TalkingStickResort.com. Life well played.
Life moves fast. It's fierce, persistent, determined. At City of Hope Cancer Center, we are too. Our groundbreaking research and discoveries have impacted millions of lives globally, moving science forward with the hope, passion, and speed every diagnosis deserves for a cancer-free future. City of Hope Phoenix, pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
Avnet is your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. We are a global technology distributor and solutions provider headquartered right here in the Valley. We help businesses all over the world source the right technology components and manage the logistics to get their products to market. The components we distribute are likely in the products you use and depend on every day, from your car to your household appliances. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology distribution. Visit avnet.com to learn more.
Dbacks Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Hey, welcome you back to Oracle Park. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today and use code Dbacks when signing up. Well, for the D-backs, the loss last night pegs their record back now to 72 wins and 74 losses, leading off at shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Batting second at second base, Ketel Marte. Batting third in right field, Corbin Carroll. And in the cleanup spot and catching today, it is Gabriel Moreno. Batting fifth, designated hitter Adrian Del Castillo. Batting sixth at third base, Blaze Alexander. Batting seventh, center fielder Alec Thomas. Batting eighth at first base, Tim Tawa. And rounding out the starting nine in left field, it'll be Jake McCarthy. Once again, the lineup for the Diamondbacks features Perdomo, Marte, Carroll, Moreno, Del Castillo, Alexander, Thomas, Tawa.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like a brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys.
Against the left-handers, we might see him maybe off the bench should one of those left-handed relievers come into the ballgame.
Torrey loves flip-flopping those guys, especially in a game that matters so much as this. Anytime he has an opportunity to get the advantage, whether on the mound or at home plate, he's going to make that switch. We talked about we might see a lot of relievers in this game, a lot of them well-rested, plus the off day tomorrow. Just depends on how this game plays out.
D-backs have seen two teams leapfrog them in the wild card standing. Cincinnati is a game and a half ahead of the D-backs. The Giants are 2.5 games back. Obviously, win this one, you're able to pull one of those games back. It is such an important game for so many different reasons. And another reason why it's so important, the Mets and Phillies, that's a 4-game series. Obviously, we're wrapping up this 3-game set, but they will play tonight, New York and Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Park. So the Diamondbacks have an opportunity to maybe put a little bit of pressure on the Mets. Obviously, if the Giants win, they're going to feel New York will. San Francisco breathing down their neck, but certainly we just care about the Diamondback perspective. And they're running out of time, and they're running out of losses to spare if they are going to indeed march their way into the postseason.
It was a great point you made. They haven't lost ground because of the two Mets losses, but again, you're talking about just 15 games remaining after this, so the time to make up ground is now, and especially you have a huge series against these Giants again at home next week, and then all of a sudden you start thinking about tiebreakers. I know those are bad words after what happened last year, but these games matter. You got to have games in hand going into the playoffs, especially when the race is so tight.
And don't forget, in about a week, the Diamondbacks are going to host the San Francisco Giants. So however this series ends, the D-backs are going to have to essentially do the opposite to make sure there's no damage done over these 6 games that we had going into this week. Seymour wants to get started, but he's putting his right hand to his left ear. And assuming it's not an itch, that means that there's something wrong with the PitchCom device.
He asked Patrick Bailey to go through the signs again, and he hit the PitchCom button and nothing happened, so a new one out there to start the game.
Easier than you would think to accidentally shut the PitchCom device off. The on-off button is on the side, and these pitchers like to wedge it on the inside of their cap, so sometimes as they're trying to adjust it, they don't even realize their thumb is actually shutting the device off. You don't need the PitchCom when you're throwing your warm-up, so the first time you listen is the first pitch of the game, and that's how we get into this mess. But he's ready, as is Perdomo, as is Bailey, and the first pitch of the ball game. Perdomo takes it for a called strike, a fastball at 95 miles an hour, and away we go. First pitch just a smidge behind schedule at 12:46. Now the 0-1 is taken for strike two. He's sticking with the hard stuff. And now Perdomo going to have to battle here. We saw him do this several times yesterday with an 0-2 count. Perdomo will use his timeout here. Had a good showing yesterday. Reached base 3 times, couple of walks and a base hit. Seymour ready. Winds and deals. And Perdomo fouls it in the vicinity of the radio booth. And it just came maybe about 5 feet short from being in the outstretched palms of Josh Kohlmencher. Those bear claws you have.
Let's hope I didn't have enough bacon grease on these. It would have slipped right through. Nice breakfast sandwich this morning.
It didn't quite meet all the parts of the nutritional pyramid as Perdomo puts a charge into this baby. High and deep to right, on its way, and into Levi's landing. A solo shot, first batter of the game, and the D-backs jump out in front 1-0.
Not only that, an 0-2 fastball, he's all over. You're right, sticking with the hard stuff. Up sinker that flattens out. Right in Jerry's wheelhouse, and that's been a problem. 9 home runs now and not quite 30 innings pitched.
Well, with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers own the dream. Here is Cattell. Oh, first pitch way too inside. And the count is going to be 1-0. Seymour, only 26-year-old, a 6-rounder originally by the Mets out of Kansas State. Now the pitch, and Marte, that is a strike. And that's going to even the count at 1-1. It's not an exact one-to-one comparison, but if you think about the Diamondbacks a couple years ago when Brandon Pfaadt first came up, from a stuff standpoint, not too dissimilar than Seymour. As the 1-1 pitch, that is a called strike to Cattell. The count is 1-2. This is a right-hander. Throws in the mid-90s. Throws a lot of strikes, but the biggest problem that jumps out is the long ball. Really crippled Pfaadt in his first few outings in the big leagues. As the 1-2 missed high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And you're talking about almost, 10 home runs in under 35 innings pitched. You extrapolate that over a whole season. Good Lord. Here's the 2-2. And Marte drills a foul ball off his foot. And he is hopping around like he stubbed his toe on the bed frame in the middle of the night.
That's the thing, too, is his pitches move. The sinker and the slider both have a lot of movement. But he has a tendency to throw them a lot in the middle of the zone. And that's exactly what happened in the Perdomo at-bat. And that slider's either very good or very hittable. It doesn't seem to be any gray area.
Yeah, Seymour was part of the Darren Ruff trade that sent Ruff to the Mets. The Giants got back J.D. Davis, Thomas Sapucki, and Carson Seymour. One nothing D-backs, nobody out. We're just underway. The lead provided by a Perdomo home run, his 18th of the year. And now the 2-2 is reached for and softly grounded to the right side. It's Wilmer Flores who will glove it and go to the bag himself. And Marte hobbling back towards the Diamondbacks dugout, still in a lot of pain. It is the first out, and we will monitor that situation.
96-mile-an-hour sinker he fouled off of his foot, and if it doesn't hit any of the padding, it happens so fast it doesn't really take much of the speed off the ball. He pours some water over his head. He doesn't seem any worse for the wear in the dugout right now.
2 batters up, 1 batter in. Here is Corbin Carroll. Had a tough showing yesterday offensively. And the first pitch here is taken for a strike. Carroll, the average down to 255 as that pitch is too low. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Well, that home run by Perdomo, our first hit of the game, presented by New Vision Auto Glass. New Vision and the Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation are teaming up to donate funds to veterans with every hit this season as part of the Hits for Heroes program. That's a well-located 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And Carroll took it on the upper inner corner for a strike. It's 1-2. Now the wind and the offering is fouled away.
Home runs, no surprise against the D-backs. In his second appearance ever at Chase Field, he gave up 3 home runs in 3 innings.
Seymour ready, the wind and the 1-2. And Carroll got underneath it, popped it up. Had 2 foul pop-ups yesterday, and he pops up to the shortstop here. Adames makes the catch. And now 2 down for the catcher, Moreno.
Been attacking him back up in the zone, trying to get him to go after him, and that's induced those 3 pop-ups. Pitches up and in above the strike zone.
One nothing D-backs. Here is Moreno, who homered on Monday night. Had the day off yesterday, and he takes a first pitch strike here at 97. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Moreno swings, and he drives a liner into right field. That's a base hit. 2-out single. Just took the pitch where it was thrown and easily guided that into the outfield grass.
He's hitting the ball in the sweet spot right now to all fields, pulling the ball, like you said, going the other way. But that swing is dialed in right now.
Adrian Del Castillo, the DH. And the pitch to him is a called strike. You know, going back to that comparison with Fott his first year and what Seymour's been dealing with, it's also his struggles against left-handed hitters. That was kind of similar with Fott. As the 0-1, swing and a miss. Ball got away from Bailey, but Moreno holds it first. That sweeper had a tendency to go right into the barrel, the swing path of those power lefties. And that's where the introduction of the curveball really served as a better equalizer for Fott against those left-handed hitters. The sweeper then to the right-handers would generate some good weak contact. As the 0-2 missed the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And outside of the sinker for Seymour, he doesn't have a changeup that goes the other way. So everything else, like you said, breaking into the lefty's barrel.
1-2 pitch. And off the corner. Really close. ABS, had it been in effect, you possibly could have challenged, and the ball would have just scraped the very edge of that corner of the box. Seymour from the stretch. Here's his 2-2. And could not check his swing. Del Castillo strikes out. The inning is over. And the D-backs settle for 1. The home run by Perdomo takes us to the bottom of the first. It is the D-backs 1. And the Giants coming up when we come back on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Honeywell Aerospace Technologies is proud to partner with the Arizona Diamondbacks to support STEM education.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuna Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
D-backs skipper Torey Lavello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Diamondbacks strike first in the first inning for 1. And now we go to the bottom of the first, and Eduardo Rodriguez going to try his luck against this Giant offense. Coley?
And you're right, 2 really good ones after not even getting out of the third inning. Just giving up 8 hits in the last 12 innings and 1 run. They desperately need a performance like that out of him today.
He will face a primarily right-handed hitting lineup, beginning with the left fielder Elliot Ramos. And he rides. First pitch taken right down the middle for a strike. Fastball velocity at 90 miles an hour. That's pretty much where he's going to be for the most part. 90, 92. Here's the 0-1. Swung on by Ramos, lifted high in the air, down the right field line, and into the seats foul.
Fastball location, a key for any pitcher, but especially a guy who throws so many fastballs like Rodriguez, around 50%, but he really needs that cutter in and the changeup away, really working to these right-handers.
Ahead 0-2. Here's his pitch. Ramos swing and a miss. One batter up, one batter down via the strikeout.
Couple 3 10-strikeout games. If he has everything working, he can rack up the strikeouts. And this is a team that has a propensity to strike out in the Giants.
1-0 D-backs means the Diamondbacks are safe at home with Blue Sky Pest Control, the official pest control provider for the D-backs in Chase Field. Here is Rafael Devers. Now the pitch to him is swung on and grounded foul. Mark Hallberg, the first base coach for the Giants, with the nice play. He's joined by former D-back Matt Williams over third. Nothing 1 the count. Here's the pitch. And Devers takes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. These two knew one another when Devers was really just emerging in the Red Sox system. Of course, he won the World Series in 2018. Rodriguez played a larger role in that as Devers takes outside. 2-1 the count, but as the stars of that Red Sox team started to depart via free agency and trade, the team was slowly starting to be built around Devers as he scalds this one foul beyond the first baseline. Well struck, but just couldn't quite straighten her out. And the count on Devers at 2-2.
Perfectly placed sinker down and in. And the only way he could really hit that was to pull it foul. And I know he's probably the guy they've keyed in on, but they've really held him at bay in this series.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Too high that time, full count. And with the tumultuous exit of Devers from Boston earlier this season over to the Giants, it seems like it's a new cycle for the Giants of who they want to craft that offense around. There's a 3-2 pitch. Outside, that's ball 4. Good at bat by Devers. He draws the walk, and there's 1 on now for Willy Adames.
Over 100 walks for Devers this season. I mean, pair that with almost 170 strikeouts and 30 homers. It's kind of those true 3 outcome situations. But he's got a great eye of the strike zone.
And now here is Willy Adames, who homered yesterday. Right-handed hitter. First pitch from Rodriguez. Adames takes high for ball 1. Adames now 2 home runs away from a 30 home run season. Giants have not had one since final year of Barry Bonds. Here's the 1-0. And just missing outside. Gabe Morales calling balls and strikes. Mike McClinsky at first. Emil Jimenez at second. And the crew chief Doug Eddings is over at third. Left-hander ready. From the stretch, the 2-0. Adames got under it, lifts it high in the air to not very deep right field. Carroll coming in and then side shuffling to his right makes the catch. And Adames out number 2 as that brings up the third baseman Matt Chapman.
Adames has been good in this series, and Rodriguez got away with one there. Middle fastball and a 2-0 count. Just glad Adames got underneath that one.
That's Gus Judge.
First one, Chapman, and he takes a strike. You know, you look at the careers and you look at the way that they sort of played their respective games. There's a lot of similarities between Matt Chapman and his third base coach, Matt Williams. Two really solid defenders, multi-time All-Stars. As Chapman takes just below the zone, the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Heck, they almost even look the same.
So you would think Chapman just eats that up and gets as much information from Matty as he can.
Here's the 1-1. And just missed low. Rodriguez not getting any of the calls here. That one, I guess it did miss, but really could have gone either way. And Chapman ahead here, 2 balls and a strike. 1-0 D-backs from the bottom of the first. Devers takes his lead with 2 outs. And the 2-1. Chapman swings, hits a soft line drive to short, caught by Perdomo, and the inning comes to a close. We've played 1 here in San Francisco, and the D-backs have the early lead. 1-0 Arizona on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuña Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, el béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. You know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Customers discounts of up to 25 or 60% every month. Pay down your bill with crisis bill assistance and other programs and resources. Learn how you can get help with your bill at aps.com/brighter.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Top of the second, Diamondbacks with a 1-0 lead. Chris Garagiola alongside Josh Colmenter as Blaze Alexander leads off. First pitch, and Alexander takes a strike right down the middle. 0-1 the count. Seaboard is 0-1. Is low and outside. 1-1 the count. Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates is low. As $129. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and that's a line drive, based it into left center field. Alexander aboard, and we pause 10 seconds for station ID of the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
KMBP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
Let's start for the D-backs as this brings up Alec Thomas. Well, this is going to be an interesting matchup to watch here for the first 2-3 at-bats. Seymour has struggled against lefties. His first pitch, Thomas takes a strike and is behind in the count here 0-1. Meanwhile, for Alec, had a little bit of a resurgence right after the All-Star break. But that has come to an end, and he is ice cold. As the 0-1, there's a line drive, base it into left center. Alexander going to make the turnaround second. He'll motor into third. Thomas at first. And they're runners on the corners with nobody out.
That was the at-bat you wanted to see Thomas take. Everything away from him, going away from him. and hit it hard the other way. It's exactly what he does.
And if you listen to the pregame show today, our conversation with the manager, Torey Lavello, why Tim Tawa, who comes to the plate now, was getting those at-bats against the right-hander. He liked the compact, quick swing against Seymour's 95, 96 mile-an-hour fastball. First pitch, and that one too high. 96 is up out of the zone. It's 1 ball and no strikes. D-backs the 1-0 lead. We're in the second. First and third, nobody out. And the 1-0. Swung on by Tawa, got jammed, and sends a fluttering fly ball foul right side. 1-1.
Those are the exact pitches Torey's talking about, where he hopes that Tawa can pull the ball. We saw him pull 97 yesterday off the plate.
That was against Robbie Ray. Had a base hit yesterday. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, line drive. That's into left field, a base hit. Alexander will score. Thomas has to hold at second. And the D-backs open up this inning with 3 consecutive singles, and they double the lead.
Been a problem for Seymour is it's a good pitch when it's perfect, but when it's not, it's very hittable, that slider. Now back-to-back hits on that. So that one backs up in the zone to Tawa. D-backs all over the young right-hander so far.
So much so it's going to prompt a mound visit from J.P. Martinez. This is a situation where Diamondback hitters, they're not instructed to bunt, but they have been told in certain situations, if you feel like that's the right thing that you want to do with your at-bat, go ahead and lay down a sacrifice bunt. Personally, I'd like to see McCarthy swing the bat after he had a 3-run triple in the series opener and had a pinch hit, base hit in the 9th inning last night.
Especially in this situation, you've seen 3 at-bats in a row. It's mostly sinker, slider. Just have that same approach that Thomas just did.
Corners are playing in. McCarthy takes the first pitch for a strike, and the count 0-1. McCarthy's got that average back over 200 on the year. He's been a much more consistent hitter since his call-up in July. The 0-1, now he squares, drops a bunt down right back to the pitcher. Seymour calmly picks it up, throws to first, and it's just in time. I credit McCarthy. He was really hustling down the line, and he nearly beat that out.
Seymour played that like a sacrifice bunt, not realizing McCarthy's trying to turn that into a single. And a great productive out there, leading into Perdomo, who homered last time.
Putout's going to go 1-4 on that sacrifice. So now the infield is in. And Perdomo, who homered his last time up, takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Thomas at third, Tawa at second. And now Perdomo flinches, but he takes a strike. That'll even the count now at 1-1. 92 RBIs on the year for Perdomo. A base hit here likely would make it 94 in his pursuit for his first ever 100 RBI season, as he swings at that pitch and fouls it off. Good swing on a fastball away. And Perdomo behind a ball and 2 strikes.
And you know how much this game means to both teams. Giants already with a right-hander warming up.
Here's the 1-2. Whoa, time called. I think we have a pitch clock violation. No, we have timeout by the batter, Perdomo. And Bob Melvin, Patrick Bailey a little annoyed that they thought that call was late, but keep in mind with the new rule change, you only get 1 timeout. So umpires more often than not will grant that timeout rather than back in the day where you could ask for time theoretically as many times as you want, and that's why the umpire wouldn't always grant it. Here's the 1-2 now, and Perdomo takes upstairs a wasted fastball at 97. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind right now seems to be howling out towards left center field. 2-2 pitch. Perdomo takes outside. And the count full. Two 2-0 lead for the D-backs. 2 in scoring position. 3-2, swung on, line drive, base hit, that's into right field. Thomas will score. Matos comes up firing. They hold Tawa at third, and it's a fourth hit this inning, and it makes it a 3-0 Diamondback lead.
And a quick hook here. You see 4 hits this inning, and we're already heading to the bullpen.
Wow. And that's it for Bob Melvin. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play at New Ford is at Sanderson Ford. So 4 singles was all it took for the demise of Carson Seymour.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes. So Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's Pronto.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Stick Resort, where the real game changer is the show. Grab your tickets now at TalkingStickResort.com.
Dbacks Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
New pitcher for the Giants is Spencer Bivens, a 31-year-old from Virginia. Takes over on the mound. First and third, 1 out. And his first pitch to Ketel Marte swung on and fouled back. Bivens, in his second major league season, is making his 47th appearance. Has set career highs in every category after only getting in 27 games his rookie year. The 0-1 pitch from the right-hander is on the way. Marte swings, drills it high and deep to right field. Matos going back, just makes the catch on the warning track. Tawa will tag from third and score. And Marte's sacrifice fly makes it a 4-0 Diamondback lead.
We'll just go as a sac fly, but Marte crushed that ball. Matos playing very deep, but he stayed on top of a high fastball. It's such a quick bat for Marte, he can catch up to anything.
Perdomo over at first base. This might be a situation where we try see him steal a bag here. He's got 24 on the year. Bivens ready. First pitch, Carroll. And Corbin takes inside for ball 1. Carroll, not sure if he got jammed, caught it off the end of the bat or what, but he just hit a high pop up to the shortstop his first time up. Here's the 1-0. Carroll takes well off the plate outside. And now he's in the driver's seat, 2 balls and no strikes.
Really like to see him stay stubborn. If it's not a perfect down the middle pitch, no need to expand the strike zone.
4-0 the Diamondback lead. And this one taken too high. This with 96 to Bivens. 3 balls, no strikes. I imagine it's probably the same advice here on this 3-0 pitch. You don't want to red light him, but I mean, it's basically got to be your favorite fastball in your favorite spot.
You're exactly right.
Here's the 3-0. Carroll thought about it. He takes a strike.
Yeah, pitch up a little bit. If that's one of those mid-thigh right where he likes it, wouldn't be surprised if he would have pulled the trigger.
The 3-1 from Spencer Bivens is taken outside. That's a walk. Carroll's aboard with 2 outs, and Perdomo moves into scoring position. That's going to bring up Moreno, who is the 8th Diamondback hitter to come to the plate this inning.
And armed with a great swing. He's been hot both games of this series. Just that perfect line drive swing every time. He's not missing the ball either.
D-backs have already recorded more hits than outs, 6-5 at this point in the ball game. And with 2 on the first pitch to Moreno, is going to miss outside, ball 1. Bivens not exactly filling up the strike zone here in the early going. He's thrown 8 pitches. He's thrown 3 strikes. From the belt, 1-0. Inside this time for ball 2.
Not locating the fastball. It might have to start going with the breaking stuff. Just find something you can throw in the strike zone.
D-backs could really blow it open with an extra base hit. The 2-0, that is taken for a called strike. 2-1 the count. Bivens home with a 2-1. And Moreno takes low, ball 3. Really stubborn at bats here. And the D-backs, just because they knocked the starter out of the game, they don't need to change their approach. Keep grinding down whoever it is on the mound. Step in a check by Bivens to make sure the runners weren't getting a head start here. Bivens tries again, 3-1. Outside, ball 4. He walked him.
Not able to locate the sinker or the cutter. Those are his top 2 pitches. Bailey out to have a talk with him. He's got to try to find something that works and find it in a hurry.
That's where you sometimes see guys after a mound visit like this, maybe try the first pitch curveball, just something to maybe get an emphasis either on release point or pressure point on the seam. I mean, to your point, you got to do something to get back in the strike zone here.
And that's one thing. He doesn't really throw a lot of his breaking balls. He has the cutter and the sinker predominantly, a little bit of a changeup, so it doesn't spin the ball well. And with a lefty up, maybe a couple changeups to get him back in order.
The bases are loaded for Del Castillo. The first pitch, swing and a miss. Got a fastball up and in, and just missed it. Count is 0-1. Perdomo at third base, Carroll at second, Moreno at first. 4-0 D-backs in the second. And the 0-1 pitch is inside, 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, jam shot grounder to second, right to Schmidt. Gloves goes to first in time. The D-backs strand 3, but they're able to score 3. They do it on 3 hits, 4 hits, 2 walks, and that sends us to the bottom of the second inning. It is the Diamondbacks 4 and the Giants 0 in the Morgan.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a pitcher.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
DBacksSports.com.
Zoom over to Chase Field on September 24th when the D-backs face the Los Angeles Dodgers. The first 15,000 fans will receive a co-branded rally towel courtesy of NASCAR and Phoenix Raceway. Visit Dbacks.com for tickets.
D-back skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, you really couldn't script a better start for the Diamondbacks than they have in this game. They have a 4-0 lead. They've knocked Giant starter Carson Seymour out of the game. And Eduardo Rodriguez will work against Wilmer Flores. Flores takes a called strike. First start of the series for Flores. In fact, we have not seen Wilmer Flores at all in this series. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And Flores takes it off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now he swings, sends a towering fly ball straightaway center field. In comes Thomas, and with 2 hands he makes the catch.
Working for Erod. That's another fastball. Mirrored the one that Adames got that he flied out on. And you don't want to live in that part of the zone, but right now, nothing's hurt him yet.
It's got to be so frustrating as a pitcher. You spend all this time, especially as a starter, game planning, thinking about your next start. You're watching film, you're looking at data. As Casey Schmidt takes outside, ball 1. You execute your game plan, you hit your targets, you give up maybe 4 or 5 runs and a loss. Then other days, you leave pitches over the middle, you get swings and misses and pops-ups.
It is funny how it works that way. There's sometimes the ball out of your hand, you just want it back right away, you know it's a bad pitch, and just get rewarded with a pop-up. And you're right, sometimes you make the perfect pitch and the ball gets hit over the wall.
The 2-0. And they missed outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Rodriguez did have a walk in the first inning. That was of Rafael Devers. And you'd like to see almost no walks for the remainder of his outing, given the fact he's got a 4-run lead. As this 3-0 is over the inside corner. And it's now 3 balls and 1 strike.
Absolutely can't have walks. You just stick with your game plan. Don't give any momentum to that Giants offense.
Here's the 3-1. Hit high and deep down the left field line. Fortunately, it's looking pretty foul. And Rodriguez battling back here. It's 3-2. Four 4-0 D-backs. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Here's the payoff pitch. Schmidt swings and fouls it away. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. Outer third fastball. And Schmidt swung right through it for Erod's second strikeout of the day.
Seen that pitch 5 times in a row and been all over it. Just enough of that one to get it by him.
Left on left matchup, Erod versus Jung-Hoo Lee, who takes a called strike. Nothing in 1 to count. Wind again howling towards left center as Lee hits a 2-hopper to short. Perdomo to his right glove, sets his feet, throws to first in time. A 1-2-3 bottom of the second will send us into the third. The D-backs massaging that 4-0 advantage over the Giants.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
Nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
Purchase a Stranger Things special event ticket pack for Friday, September 19th and receive an exclusive hat and Dbacks versus Phillies game ticket. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com/strangerthings.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Blaze Alexander leads off against Spencer Bivens to begin the third inning. And first pitch from Bivens, a high strike. D-backs fans score big game day meals at Fry's with savings beyond low prices, including digital coupons worth over $600 each week. Fry's, fresh for everyone. Well, not sure if he tried to, but Alexander sends a soft liner first base side foul. Very overcast day here at Oracle Park. You look beyond the rustling flags, it looks like the bay is calm beyond us. One of the more scenic views in baseball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Check swing and a miss, and Alexander down on strikes.
Much better stuff from Bivens here, attacking the zone. Struggled to find it, finishing out the second. But we've seen that from Blaze 3 or 4 times in this series, that a half swing through a ball at the top of the zone.
Alec Thomas singled and scored back in the second. Now he swings and grounds the ball inside the left field line. That is fair. Ramos quickly cuts it off. Thomas going to dig for second anyways. Here comes the throw. It's on time. It's on target. And Thomas gunned down at second.
Credit Thomas a great swing, and McKay met him at the first base bag to tell him what was going on to get to second. And he routed it going all the way. Just a better play out there and left by Ramos. He threw a perfect one-hopper to Adames at second.
Put out is going to go 7-4. And now there's 2 down for Tim Tawa. D-backs did get their 7th hit of the ball game, so their offense continues to shine here. As Tawa, first pitch, that is a strike. 0-1 the count here. Bivens, the right-hander, his 0-1. Tawa swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the D-backs, leading 4-0 in the third. And the 0-2 from Bivens. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts. He does give up a hit, but he faces the minimum in the third inning. And that'll send us to the bottom of the third. D-backs still have a 4-0 lead on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops.
Any relation to Grant?
I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Allen Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
to get their products to market. The components we distribute are likely in the products you use and depend on every day, from your car to your household appliances. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology distribution. Visit avnet.com to learn more.
Dbacks Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Bottom of the third inning. And Luis Matos will lead off for San Francisco. D-backs behind Eduardo Rodriguez have a 4-0 lead. And Matos takes the first pitch low for ball one. Yeah, Coley, I'd be curious. You sometimes hear in sports like hockey and in soccer that a 2-goal lead is a very dangerous lead. And now the pitch is taken for a called strike. It's 1-on-1. I think the thought process being that the opposing team who's down scores a goal, they get the momentum, and if they're able to tie it, the team who had that lead now is really up against the ropes. In baseball, is there a lead, or was there a lead when you were playing where, on paper it might seem like you're in a good spot, but in reality you know that danger could always be lurking around the corner, besides the obvious, no lead is ever truly safe?
That's the one right there, especially if you're playing in Coors Field. But I would say anywhere, probably like right around 3 or 4 runs. Anytime you could get a couple on and a blast, all of a sudden you're right back in the game. That usually seems to be the lead where you think you're so far ahead, and in reality that could be gone in a second.
Yeah, it looks like in the box score the D-backs are dominating the Giants here, as this 2-2 pitch to Matos is swung on and off the end of the bat, fouled into the screen. The D-backs have 4 runs, 7 hits, and 4 men on base through their first 9 outs. And here we are in the bottom of the third inning. The Giants have had 1 walk. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hard hit ball. Diving is Alexander inside the line gloves. Back to his feet. Backhand pick at first by Tawa. Oh, what a play on the corners.
The 2 young righties, what an unbelievable play. Blaze so athletic down there to be able to get to this ball. Gets up and throws it in foul territory. And if Tao is able to hold the bag, what an unbelievable out all the way around.
And they are not going to challenge. That's your cool play of the game, brought to you by Chaz Roberts. Chaz Roberts serving you since 42. So when your family needs 4 generations of AC and plumbing know-how and expertise, remember, choose Chaz. I mean, Alexander, he's got dirt, he's got chalk all over the front of his jersey as he made a spectacular diving play. And now here is Patrick Bailey, and he takes the first pitch he sees for his strike.
Tao over there too, able to not only hold the bag but also make a scoop on a throw up the line.
Now a pitch taken for a strike, and Bailey behind here 0-2. Rodriguez pitching with some confidence as the 0-2 is foul tip. Really reaching for that one was Bailey. A changeup that was off the outside part of the plate.
That's a key to him against right-handers, and today that pitch has been down off the edge of the plate. A great location every time.
We touched on this a little bit earlier in this series, just thinking about that play Alexander made. As the 0-2 is in the dirt, it's now 1-2. But it seems like if the D-backs, specifically Torey Lovello, if he could just sort of pick one facet of the game to see really shine for next year, it really sounds like it's the defense. Beyond the starting pitching, which certainly could be improved, beyond the bullpen, which we know is injured and inconsistent. As the 1-2 pitch is softly grounded towards third. Another tough play for Blaze. Bare hand pickup, throws on the run, and on target for the out. It's the Alexander show at third, who runs all the way to his catcher Moreno and gives the one-sided fist bump.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Moreno was doing there, but I mean, to be able to pick up the ball at full speed and make it look so easy. Perfect bare hand, gets a throwing grip on it, flips it over to Tawa. I mean, what does he have to do now? Make a diving catch into the stands?
Do a Savannah Banana backflip catch to end the inning. Here is Ramos, and he is going to take a strike. Nothing in 1 the count. 4-0 Diamondback lead. 2 down in the third. And Rodriguez Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And now ahead 0-2.
Ramos not able to put bat on any of those pitches located away from Rodriguez, fastball or changeup.
The 0-2 pitch. And just getting a piece that time was Ramos. He stays alive here. The D-backs host the Phillies at Chase Field for a 3-game series starting next weekend. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com. After this week of baseball, D-backs have 3 series left as part of their final homestand of the year. 0-2, jammed and fouled. In a perfect world, the D-backs will return home to Chase Field to open up a 3-game series against the Giants on Monday, having won 4 straight. This finale and the 3 games against the Twins. Here's the 0-2 now. Ramos swings, hits a hard ground ball to short, knocked down on the backhand by Perdomo, picks it up, uncorks a low throw to first, and Tawa makes the backhand pick once again. Incredible defense by the Diamondbacks, a total collaborative effort, and the Giants down in order in the bottom of the 3rd. We go to the 4th, Diamondbacks 4, and the Giants nothing.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Jammed and a little pop-up. Everybody's coming, but the pitcher wants it. Now he's going to give way.
What's he doing?
It's going to be dropped.
Keystone Cops on the infield for the Rockies.
Isbell's got to beat Iron Man. Battling the sun. He bobbles and recovers.
That's a highlight tape and a heck of a catch.
That went straight lawn dart. It's in the ground. On guard. That's it.
She comes off that stool down there and makes a nice catch. A hot line drive.
And Vladdy's applauding.
Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
The Los Angeles Dodgers return to Chase Field September 23rd for a 3-game weekday series. Secure your tickets for the matchup at Dbacks.com.
D-back skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
For the 4th inning, McCarthy took the first pitch for his strike. Now Jake takes just off the edge from right-hander Spencer Bivens. As we welcome you back to San Francisco, the Giants lead the D-backs. Flip that. The D-backs lead the Giants 4-0 as McCarthy goes after a pitch. Was a little bit outside and deflects it foul. It's 1-2. D-backs got a run in the first. They got 3 more in the second, and then the Giants, led by Spencer Bivens, finally able to get a scoreless inning in the 3rd. Here's the 1-2. In too tight, and it just clipped McCarthy. A grazer. Bivens extending his palms out wide like, are you serious? Can't believe that.
Bailey, too. Bailey looking back at his manager, but it must have got just a piece of him.
I mean, those are the calls that are just impossible to challenge. How can you definitively see whether it did or didn't hit you? So speed is on for the D-backs to begin this inning. Here's Perdomo, who's a perfect 2 for 2. He homered in the first and he singled in the second. And now he takes the first pitch here for a strike. There's a real possibility that Perdomo could have a 30 stolen base season with 20 homers and 100 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Line foul left side. It's now a ball and a strike. Actually, no balls and 2 strikes. from an offensive standpoint, that is like top 3 production from a shortstop.
I mean, he's going to have to start garnering that kind of attention, especially going into next season.
The 0-2. Perdomo takes outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Bivens from the belt. The 1-2. Perdomo, double play ball, grounds it to second. Schmidt to Adames for 1. Adames over to first. That's 2. A 4-6-3 double play. And with 2 outs and nobody on, here is Ketel Marte.
Bivens went with the sinker. He can cut it into Perdomo or try to sink it away and gets that ground ball. Exactly how he wanted to draw it up.
At Dignity Health, our team of orthopedic experts can help keep you in motion. Don't let joint pain put your life on pause. Visit dignityhealth.org/AZ Ortho to learn more. Oh, swing and a miss by Perdomo. He was so far out in front. And that was a sweeper from Bivens.
Not expecting that. I don't think anyone expecting that. The first breaking ball Bivens has thrown here in his 3rd inning of work.
Now that one's in the dirt. Count is even on Ketel. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ketel's so good. Just knew after that first swing he was going to get the same pitch again. He just stood there like a statue.
1-1 pitch. Marte takes high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dbacks after this game head over to Minneapolis for their penultimate road series of 2025. The 2-1. On the ground to first. Flores with a Sunday bounce has it and goes to the bag by his lonesome. The D-backs, they're down here in order in the 4th as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. It is
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
The San Francisco Giants travel to Chase Field on September 15th for a 3-game series to take on the D-backs. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Rafi Devers leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. Eduardo Rodriguez ready to go. His first pitch missing in off the plate. Devers able to draw a walk his first time up. That is the only base runner the Giants have had thus far. Rodriguez has thrown 45 pitches and is 1-0 below the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Two balls and no strikes. Devers swings and fouls it out of the mid of Moreno. Now the 2-1, swinging a foul. And Devers got a big chunk out of his own ankle.
He went after a ball a foot off the plate inside. That ball was nowhere near the strike zone.
He's going to get some assistance here from the trainer. There's Bob Melvin also coming out to make sure that he's all right.
Fell off his back knee. And that's how far in that pitch was, that he just deflected it straight down.
He'll be all right. Two balls and 2 strikes on Devers. And Rodriguez winds and unloads the 2-2 pitch. Devers swings, lifts it high in the air, down the left field line, and out of play, foul. Alexander, no chance. Two. Ooh, just outside. Moreno popped out of his crouch to throw it around. Did not get the call. Now it's a full count. Three-two. Swing and a miss by Devers. And Rodriguez gets his 3rd strikeout.
Every pitch was a fastball, and they went left on left changeup. The absolute last thing Devers was thinking, and he threw a perfect one at the bottom of the strike zone. Would have been a strike either way.
Now a big swing and a miss by Willie Adames. And he's behind here 0-1. Wind of the 0-1 pitch. Adames swings and fouls it off his ankle and takes a tumble. Oh! Couldn't quite make out what he said, but
that's the 2nd time he's done that already today. And again, he and Devers will both swing at that pitch well in off the plate. And so if you don't get the barrel out to it to pull it, you end up just fouling it off of a knee or an ankle. I think in both cases today, a knee.
And one of the interesting storylines that we've heard kind of in baseball over the last week has been how first the 0-2 and Adames takes in the dirt. We're obviously running out of regular season games across the league, and there has not been a no-hitter this year. There have been obviously some very close calls, none other than Yoshinobu Yamamoto's 4 days ago when he was 1 out away from achieving the feat against the Orioles. But you have to go to 2005 to find a season that did not have a no-hitter. As this 1-2 is in the dirt again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some of the names on this list you expect after 2005 to have thrown a no-hitter. Guys like Justin Verlander, John Lester, Mark Burley had multiple. As this 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by Adames. And now back-to-back strikeouts here for left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez to begin the 4th inning.
Both on swinging changeups. That pitch, he's needed it today, and it's been there for him.
Other guys you might not have expected to get some no-hitters like Lucas Letke, Brandon Lee, Charlie Furbush. Who could forget? First pitch swinging, Chapman fouls this one away. I happened to witness the Jake Arrieta no-hitter against the Reds in Cincinnati. That was the largest margin of victory for a team that threw a no-hitter. 16-0 was the final, and well, it felt like every bit of a 16-run defeat no-hitter. Here comes the 0-1. And that one way too high. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. And the Diamondbacks during that stretch from 2006 to present have had 1 no-hitter. As Chapman sends a pop-up down the right field line. This is a tricky play for Tawa. He calls for it, and he makes the catch in fair territory. Nicely done, as that's a 1-2-3 inning from Eduardo Rodriguez. And we go to the 5th. The D-backs lead the Giants 4-0 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuna Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, just when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked in. That hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way. Couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, if you're ready to feel the glory, not the pain, find a provider and schedule an appointment today at dignityhealth.org/azortho. Dignity Health, a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
D-Backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
D-backs trying to restart their offense. They've got a 4-0 lead. Corbin Carroll will take the first pitch outside. It'll be Carroll, Moreno, and Del Castillo. As Bivens is 1-0. Is just a bit inside to Carroll, who drew a walk his last time up. Corbin 0 for 1. D-backs have drawn a couple of walks today. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Inside ball 3. Here's a 3-0 pitch. And Carroll takes a strike all the way. 3-1 now. Off the plate, ball 4, and as Carroll makes his way down to first, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID of the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
KMBP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
Speed on at first. Nobody out. Here's Moreno. And Gabby takes in off the plate, but it's called a strike. One of a few misses from Gabe Morales today. Now we count 0-1. Moreno has singled and walked today. The 0-1. Gabby lines it foul. A little bit behind on that 95-mile-an-hour sinker at its 0-2. Oh-2. Too high that time. Well, on this day, 62 years ago, in Walnut Creek, California, a boy by the name of Randall David Johnson was brought to this world with an incredible left arm. Later on, he would be referred to more commonly as Randy Johnson. Celebrates his 62nd birthday today. Hall of Famer, 5-time Cy Young winner, 10 All-Stars, and a world champion.
And a whole lot of strikeouts.
2-2 pitch. And Moreno takes strike 3. Good sinker that time. And Bivens gets his third.
Locked him up. Moreno knew it. It clipped the part of the strike zone. He couldn't pull the trigger. So a good bounce back after the leadoff walk to Carroll. I think Carroll will be off to the races at some point in this at-bat.
Hard to say. Looking like he wants to go. As Del Castillo takes outside. Looks like Carroll has been a bit more cautious stealing second base and much more aggressive stealing third base. If he can get a good jump, why not? Now the 1-0. Del Castillo takes outside again. 2 balls, no strikes. This is kind of where you're counting on Del Castillo if he gets a pitch in the strike zone. Really, you can't miss it. Got to put a good swing on it here. Now the 2-0 is swung on and fouled away. Fastball out at third. Right now Bivens sticking with the hard stuff, knowing Carroll likely wants to go. And Carroll being much more aggressive with his secondary lead. He might take off on this pitch. Oh, they've picked off Carroll, and the throw to second base is going to be in time. Just kept going and going. And you sometimes hear base runners talk about once you get a certain distance off the bag, you just have to shut it down. You're kind of in no man's land, and that's where Carroll found himself.
You were right. He's been getting that crazy secondary. He gets a couple shuffles and times it up to get a huge jump. Bivens held it probably deliberately to pick over, and it just picked the perfect time to do it.
2 outs. The 2-1 is cued foul. Two and 2. Base is empty. 2-2 pitch. And another check swing and a miss. And Del Castillo down on strikes. The inning comes to an end. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bivens. And he has stymied this offense since the second. We go to the bottom of the fifth.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Enjoy award-winning dining and explore the hottest slots and table games. Plunge into our refreshing pools with private air-conditioned casitas. Plus, no resort fees for Arizona and our surrounding states. Treat yourself to the best in the Southwest. Book your stay and play Getaway today. Visit TalkingStickResort.com. Life well played.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Wilmer Flores will lead it off against the left-hander Rodriguez. And first pitch from Erod has missed inside. The Giants so far against the left-hander have mustered one walk from Rafi Devers in the first. Since then, up and down, out after out. Now the pitch, that's a strike. And it's 1-1. One, ground ball right side, knocked down on the backhand by Tawa, who very calmly underhands a long toss to first base. That's in time for the out. And that's nice to keep your composure there. He was shaded so far off the bag. That's not a routine flip.
Not at all, but just all around. And we've seen that several times with Blaze coming back up to the big leagues, now Tawa coming back. That second stint, the game starts slowing down for you. It's not as quick as when you're first there getting your feet wet. And we've seen some poise from both of those guys.
Injuries can come out of left field. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And now it is Casey Schmidt who takes a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Well, now Schmidt takes a strike again. It's 0-2. Left-hander ready, winds and deals. The 0-2 is too high that time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One out, the 1-2 pitch. And Schmidt fouls it out of play. Rodriguez has struck out 4, but more impressively, he's getting a lot of ground ball outs so far. As the D-backs have a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Schmidt takes high again.
He's doing most everything with the four-seam fastball, locating it, really moving it all around the strike zone. And the changeup has been on point today.
The 2-2 is off the end of the bat to shallow left field. McCarthy can't reach it, and it's down to the first hit of the ball game for the Giants.
Great bid by Erod, and I mean now just go to work and continue what's been a great 3-start stretch for him. Change up there just off the end of the bat and blooped it right in front of McCarthy.
There is Jung-Hoo Lee. First pitch, inside out swing. Ground ball to second. Only play is to second, and it's in time by Perdomo. Great coverage by Cattell, getting to the bag and really stretching for it as the D-backs cut down the lead runner.
Schmidt with a late jump, too. It took him forever. I mean, even with a lead, that was just a bad secondary. If he gets off and going, probably beats that to the bag, but instead, Perdomo and Marte able to team up for that out.
And now here is Luis Matos. Rodriguez ready. His first pitch to Matos, taken for a called strike. Lee can run a little bit over at first base. He's got 10 stolen bases and 12 tries. Here's the 0-1. Matos takes, just off the plate. 1-1 the count. Maybe just a touchdown, but it was a great looking pitch.
Yeah, if Morales has been generous, it's on the corners. Not much down. There's been a couple balls that have clipped the bottom part of the strike zone that haven't gone his way.
Now the 1-1, and that one is going to be called a strike. Matos didn't like it. If the previous calls have been flip-flopped, you still get to the same count 1 and 2, but everyone probably feels a little bit better about things.
That's where Moreno's so valuable, too. He's one of the best at framing the low pitch.
One-two pitch. Broken background ball left side. Alexander steps in front of Perdomo. Very easily throws to second for the force out. The inning comes to an end. The Giants, they do get a hit. They strand one, and after 5, it is 4-0 Diamondbacks on the Morgan & Morgan Dbacks Radio Network.
Chatear con el restaurante se siente así. La verdad, prefiero pedir.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Wednesday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
A new pitcher is on for the Giants as we're ready for the 6th inning of play. Caldwell bullpen is brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best point in new Ford is Sanderson Ford. And now on to pitch for San Francisco. It is the 27-year-old right-hander Keaton Winn. Winn, a former 5th-round pick by the Giants in 2018 out of Western Community College in Council Bluffs, Iowa. First pitch to Alexander is a called strike. It's 0-1. Third season for Winn, making just his 5th appearance. So far has allowed 2 runs in 6 innings. As this 0-1, Alexander takes Sloan outside. 1-1. Bivens did an excellent job in relief, as the D-backs still have a 4-0 advantage. 1-1. Alexander sharply on the ground to third, right to Matt Chapman, who delivers a throw to first in time.
Winn has some great stuff, a sinker in the mid-90s. But interestingly enough, this season he's pitching more with a split finger. He throws that about 50% of the time. He throws it hard, too, around 90 miles an hour.
And you have to imagine with how well the Giants have been playing and the fact that it's their offense that has been the thing that's allowed them to win so many games as of late. They think they're right in it, down only 4-0, and even though they're being out hit 7-1, this is not a safe lead by any stretch for Arizona, as the 1-0 is a called strike to Thomas. 1-1 the count.
These are the games Torrey talks about where he wants his offense to keep the foot on the gas. Score 4 runs early, haven't done much in the middle. And you're right, you want to continue pushing to that lead.
Swing and a miss by Thomas. Chase one out of the zone. And behind here, ball and 2 strikes.
because of what we've seen from this Giants offense, is they can get a couple guys on and send one out of here. 7 home runs already in this series.
The 1-2. Thomas just got a piece to stay alive. D-backs got a run in the first on a home run by Perdomo. They got 3 runs in the second after getting 9 guys to the plate. 1-2. Thomas strikes out, swing and a miss.
Good split finger. I mean, it looks like the fastball, and he just takes a little bit off with some good movement. Another good arm out of this Giant bullpen.
2 up and 2 down now. Well, that's going to bring up Tim Tawa. Tawa on this one is 1 for 2. Swings to the first pitch, fouls it away. Tawa an RBI and a run scored as well as wins 0-1. Swing and a miss. This Giant reliever's getting a lot of swing and miss after Bivens delivered 3 2/3 scoreless. He did walk 3 guys, but he gave up only 1 hit and struck out 4. The 0-2. On the ground towards third, fair ball, backhanded by Chapman, spins around and could not get a grip on the baseball. As Tawa is going to reach on a well-placed infield hit.
He wanted to throw that so bad. Spun around, couldn't get a grip, and spun a little too far. Never had a chance to get his feet under him to deliver that throw all the way across.
So the inning continues for McCarthy, who goes after the first pitch, sends a high drive out to center field and deep. Lee is going back. It's over his head. It's off the base of the wall. Tawa rounding third. He's coming home to score. And Jake McCarthy adds to the lead. RBI double, 5-0 Diamondbacks.
A hanging splitter. That looked a lot like the off-speed pitch that he hit for a triple in the first game. Just a hanging off-speed pitch right in his wheelhouse. Hit the first one off the wall in right center, this one off the wall in left center.
And after the offense basically went dormant for the last 3 innings, back-to-back 2-out hits will bring up the top of the order. And it looks like home plate umpire had asked for time. Gabe Morales, not sure if he'd maybe reset his, I don't know what you call it, pitch clicker, pitch tracker. They keep count with an actual physical device. As Perdomo swings and foul tips it. 0-1 the count. In all the ways that the game has advanced digitally and with technology, you would think that there's a more sophisticated way of keeping track of the count than using the same stuff that the guys at Costco use to see who comes in and out of the store. As Perdomo fouls it away, it's 0-2.
Every once in a while, the umpire will forget to clear the count, so he'll look down and it might say 2-1, even though it's the first pitch of the at-bat.
Here's the 0-2. Perdomo takes in the dirt. 2 for 3 is Perdomo. Homer, a single. He's driven in 2. Also hit into a double play. 5-0 D-backs, top of the 6th. McCarthy at second, 2 down. And Wynn is 1-2. Out in front was Perdomo, sends a bouncer into the dugout, nearly hit Rodriguez. Fortunately, he's all right, able to have a laugh about it. Wynn tries again. And the 1-2 is outside. Two, and that one fouled away. D-backs try to salvage this series after losing each of the first 2. 5-0 as the 2-2 pitch is down and in. And this is just a classic Perdomo at bat after it seemed like Wynn had him on the ropes. Perdomo has tap danced his way to a full count.
It just frustrates every pitcher out there because they'll throw their best off speed like that good splitter down. No chance Perdomo was swinging.
The payoff out in front, clocks one foul. We'll do it again here as Wynn. This is a 20-pitch inning in relief. Dbacks not only trying to win this game, but make the Giants pitching staff really feel it after Bob Melvin made a pitching change in the second inning. 3-2. Was fouled away again. Just a short, compact swing that allows Perdomo to cover the high fastball, the changeup down and away. I mean, you think of a pitch, but with that much bat control, really there's not a whole lot that Perdomo can't get a piece of unless it's about 4 feet short of the plate. Another 3-2 pitch from Wynn. And Perdomo fouls that one back.
It's incredible as he can do that from both sides of the plate as well. Plate coverage, the discipline. He judges the strike zone no matter which side of the plate he's hitting from.
Another 3-2, and that one is low for ball 4. It gets away from Bailey, and McCarthy will get to third on what might be a pass ball, as it seemed like Bailey was trying to frame that pitch.
Definitely trying to get a fastball. It didn't hit the dirt. It went with the four-seamer just because everything else had been fouled off. Just below the zone.
That's got to be a pass ball, you would think. Especially if that ball did not hit the dirt. You're right, it didn't. That's what I'm going to write down. In pen. Yeah, baby.
You tell them what you want to call.
Give me that phone. Here's Marte. And he takes outside for ball 1. You know, in this series, D-backs have not received a ton of those big clutch hits from Cattell or Carroll. And they haven't really needed it, at least in this game. And here they've opened up a 5-0 lead. Just imagine what would happen. As 1-0, Cattell lays off a close pitch. And now he's ahead 2 balls to no strikes.
Wynn with 2 quick outs all of a sudden finds himself with a chance to give up a crooked number. 3 straight have reached.
Perdomo, huge jump. Marte takes high and no chance to throw. It'll be his 25th stolen base of the year, to be 1 behind Corbin Carroll's 26 for his share of the team lead. And now second and third as the count is 2-1. Wynn, his pitch is too high again, ball 3.
And this is a little bit of credit to Perdomo too. Made him grind through 11 pitch at bat, and now just can't find the strike zone.
Cattell swings at this one and pops it up left center field. It is Elliot Ramos who comes in, makes the catch. The inning is over, but good round for the D-backs. They put a lot of pressure on Keaton Wynn. They score a run on 2 hits and strand 2. And
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
22nd. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Patrick Bailey will lead off the 6th inning for the Giants. As Eduardo Rodriguez still on the mound, his first pitch missing low for ball 1. Rodriguez has thrown 74 pitches. The Giants and the Diamondbacks have action up in their bullpens as Bailey fouls this one away. 1-0 the count. Normally this late in the year, when you're getting a good starting pitching effort, you want to ride it out as much as you responsibly can and save what's probably a gassed bullpen. As the 1-1 is stung towards third. Diving is Alexander. Makes the catch. And another sensational play by Blaze Alexander.
He's taken away a couple hits down there. And just so athletic, and you can put him all around the diamond, and he's thriving over at third base right now.
One down now for Elliot Ramos. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Having said that, the Diamondbacks have an off day tomorrow, so they can reasonably be pretty aggressive with their bullpen. As Ramos takes a called strike here to make it 1-1. And get the best possible matchups for the remainder of this game. Even though a 5-0 lead seems grand, and it is, D-backs can't lose this one. 1-1, swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. They're trying to put an end to a 3-game losing streak that started in the finale against Boston. And they're trying to poise themselves to be able to take all 3 as well against the Twins. As the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Ramos chases off the plate, and Rodriguez has his 5th strikeout.
2 of them against Ramos, too. There's something about those pitches away off the plate and up and away. He swung through 4 or 5 of those today.
Here's Rafi Devers' left-on-left matchup. And the pitch from Erod is too low. D-backs 5, Giants nothing. The Diamondbacks have out-hit San Francisco 9-1 today. Now the 1-0 is low again for ball 2. Shop your favorite Cutwater, Neutral, and Estrella Jalisco products at Fry's Food Stores. And earn points for D-backs rewards on merchandise, gift cards, and more. Visit Fry'sFood.com/D-backs for details. 2-0 pitch. Devers, like a statue, takes a strike. That pitch so good, even he nodded in approval. Sun's starting to peek its face out here at Oracle Park. As the 2-1 pitch missed in off the plate for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Left-hander ready to go. Here comes the 3-1. And Devers takes a strike. Full count. Here's the payoff. Strike 3 called. Devers can't believe it. The inning comes to an end. And Eduardo Rodriguez with a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th, sends us to the 7th. Where the D-backs still are in front, 5-0 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
Cakes, cupcakes, cookies, and shakes, all made with our signature ice cream. The flavors that won the hearts and taste buds of ice cream lovers around the world. Order yours online at coldstonecreamery.com. The ultimate ice cream experience.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Ohio native JT Brubaker takes over on the mound for the Giants. Called to the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play in a new Ford is Sanderson Ford. The Diamondbacks lead the Giants 5-0 as Corbin Carroll leads off. First pitch against Brubaker, and Carroll reaches for it, and he fouls it. Nothing in one to count. Brubaker started the year with the Yankees, but was designated for assignment first week of August. And then claimed by San Francisco, signed him to a free agent deal. The 0-1 is a called strike. Nothing at 2 on Carroll, who is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Brubaker ready. Here's the pitch. Carroll goes after that one and just somehow got a piece of it. Dbacks out hitting San Francisco 9-1. The only thing that prevented Erod from having 6 hitless innings was a little bleeder into left field. This is 0-2. Is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. One, 2, and that one missed high at 94. It'll be Carroll, Moreno, and Del Castillo, lefty, righty, lefty. As the right-hander's 2-2 pitch is popped up. Chapman gives a look, but not going to have a play on this one. Now, this is probably the brightest it's looked today since this game started. In front of us is still a coast that's filled with overcast skies, yet it seems like above us we're missing out on some bright blue. Hardly any shadows on the field at all. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled back.
All these Giants with sinkers have really tried to throw the inside sinker to Carroll. It starts off the plate, comes back, catches a piece. Really trying to jam his bat.
Two-two pitch. High and outside. Now the count is full. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Carroll swung at ball 4. And he is down on strikes.
Dropped a slider there after throwing 5 straight fastballs. And looked like a fastball for a long time and would have finished below the zone. You're right.
So JT Brubaker strikes out the first that he saw. And that brings up Moreno. Base is empty, first pitch. And he takes outside. You got to give a lot of credit to this Diamondback offense. And even throw Carroll in this group with that last at bat. I know he struck out, but if the game plan that what we saw all series was work the count, be patient, and really make these pitchers feel the at-bats, even if they're able to get some outs. I feel like this offense has done an A-plus job of that in this series.
They really have. That's the frustrating part about facing this lineup is they take some of your best pitches out of the zone, and then when you make a mistake in the zone, they make you pay for it.
2-0 the count to Moreno. Here's the pitch. Oh, there's a rocket shot to left field. That is a foul ball. Well, that had to be triple-digit exit velocity. That thing was just tattooed.
He's swinging and not missing the ball at all. Everything's on a line, too. It's that trajectory just piercing wherever he hits it, and including that home run in the first game.
Two-one. Out in front this time. Moreno rolls it foul. And it's now a couple of balls and a couple of strikes. Seventh inning of play here. D-backs got to win this one and prevent themselves from being swept this late in the year. It's such a critical point in the season. 2-2. Good swing, good pitch. Spoils it. Stays alive. City of Hope is revolutionizing cancer care with life-saving speed. Here in the Valley with dedicated experts, targeted treatments, and appointments available in as little as 24 hours. Learn more at cityofhope.org. Here's the 2-2 now. And Gabby pops it up. Just into foul territory, and Patrick Bailey drops the ball.
Not sure how he gator armed that one. Chapman was nowhere near him, but he started stutter stepping like he was going to run into his teammate. Didn't fully reach out. That should have been an easy pop up to the catcher.
I mean, the only time you see this type of lunge is when you're giving a hug to somebody you're not close with. The hips stay back, the shoulders go forward. And that's a catch you should make 100 times out of 100.
Chapman should have just been telling him it was his the whole time.
And now the 2-2 missed outside, full count.
So since that one goes as a foul ball, exactly to your point, 8 foul balls just in the 2 batters in this inning. And they're just grinding out at bats against every giant arm that gets thrown out there.
3-2. Swinging a line drive center field. In comes Lee. He tries to make a sliding catch, but it hits off his glove and rolls forward. Moreno is safe at first. It's a 1-out single. And that's going to bring up Adrian Del Castillo with a runner on.
So many times that happens. You miss a sure out, pop up, and he makes you pay for it with a single. And who knows, this inning could turn around and end up being a couple runs because of that.
If Jung-Hoo Lee missed that ball cleanly, that's an inside the Parker all day. And now Del Castillo looking for an outside the Parker. First pitch, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike. He's got a lot of pull side power, does Del Castillo, and it is a short porch to right, only 309 down the line, but dealing with that 23-foot brick wall. Now the 0-1, and Del Castillo looks at a second strike. They have to battle here 0-2. Been a little too happy with that check swing as Del Castillo. Here's the 0-2. Takes in the dirt. Blocked by 1-2 the count. Brubaker is ready. 21st pitch of the inning. And a swing and a miss by Del Castillo.
They had a good changeup down and away. Really picking on Del Castillo in this series with breaking stuff or changeups below the zone. We've seen several check swings in the dirt. This one just a good down and away changeup.
Here's Alexander, and he takes the first pitch he sees for a strike. D-backs 5 and the Giants nothing. 2 down at the top of the 7th. Chris Garagiola alongside Josh Colmenter. The 0-1 swung on and grounded foul, third base side. Nothing at 2 on Blaze, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored.
Really spearheading this bottom of the order charge. Responsible for 4 of the runs. 6 hits as well, a couple RBI.
Here comes the 0-2. Blaze swings and cranks one high and deep down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. But it's foul. Also gone, but it doesn't count for anything. Count remains at 0-2. One game is in the books. The Rangers, behind a strong effort from Merrill Kelly, held on to beat the Brewers 6-3. Brewers been scuffling. They still have such a huge lead. There's the 0-2. Blaze swings in. Not quite as hard. Hits it foul.
That American League West is going to be, I think, the division to watch down the stretch. 3 teams within, I think, 2.5 games of each other.
Of course, all those teams going to be starting to play one another at least one more time. Major League Baseball and the schedulers, they still like to try and have some division games for everybody in September. As this is grounded towards third, Chapman on a tough bounce has it and throws on the run to first ahead of Alexander. The inning is over. The D-backs get 1 hit and don't score. It is stretch time in now sunny San Francisco. And after the break, Coley and I will be right back with the D-backs leading 5-0 on the morning.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
StickResort.com. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Looks to be a bit of an issue right now with Ketel Marte. As we get ready to start the bottom of the 7th, the trainer has just come out of the dugout, as has the manager. And Marte doesn't look good right now. And he is coming off the field. Almost looked like he was saying something about his back. I don't know. Does that look like the walk of a guy with a stiff back right now, Coley? Hard to say.
He dismissed Erod saying something to him. He just gave a glove pat to, I believe,
Ildemaro Vargas
coming in. Could just be some general discomfort or something. He didn't bat in that inning. Hopefully very precautionary.
That looks to me like a guy who's got a very uncomfortable back issue right now. That's the 2 things that they've always watched with Cattell his back, which gets a lot of treatment between games, and his hamstrings, which obviously the reason why they try and give him so much rest. They did foul a pitch off his foot earlier, but that hasn't seemed to be much of an issue as he very gingerly makes his way down the steps and into the clubhouse.
His last swing was that big 3-0 hack where he flew out. That was 2 innings ago, and maybe just sitting down in between innings caused something to lock up. But Torrey taking no chances with his superstar.
And Willie Adames will lead off the 7th. First pitch down and in. Bottom of the 7th means the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Arizona Complete Health, transforming the health of the community one person at a time. Rodriguez at 87 pitches. This is 1-0. Is leaned into by Adames, but he just smokes it foul. Whatever pitch he was geared up for, he got. And was a little too eager for it.
Curveball. Erod just used it to get a strike. Just flips it in there.
That one is going to miss in. Still has solid velocity by Erod standard. That pitch at 92 miles an hour. The 2-1. Adames reaches for it and gently grounds at third base side, but foul. 2-2.
And you're hoping with Cattell having an off day tomorrow because they need him in all these games going forward, as important as he is to this club.
$5-0 Dbacks lead there, out hitting the Giants 10-1. And here's the 2-2. High and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Diamondbacks had somebody throwing earlier, but they've kind of slowed things down. Here's the payoff. Oh, nowhere close. Erod looks at his fingers after the pitch. Either bad release or just slipped out of the hands, but that's going to be the first walk issued by Erod since the first inning, and it's only the second base runner the Giants have had since the second hitter of the ballgame.
Erod's been on a roll, racking up strikeouts too. A lot of weak contact, some really nice plays. The defense, especially Blaze down at third.
Matt Chapman takes a called strike. Change up from Erod. It's 0-1. Chapman today is 0 for 2. Thinking 1 the count as Erod's going to fire over to first base. Comes the 0-1. Swung on, line drive, that's a base hit into center field. Adames hustling around second. He'll go to third. The throw is cut off. And here come the Giants, first and third, nobody out, bottom of inning number 7.
This was probably the spot Torrey wanted to see what would happen third time through. He's going to send Kaplan out there, give his reliever time. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a delay tactic to get somebody out of that bullpen.
It appears to be a right-hander who's getting loose, which makes me think that is Jake Woodford.
They're all over it, Chris.
I know my Woodfords.
Reserve, double barrel.
Jake. Rodriguez, to his credit, has not had an inning that has lasted longer than 20 pitches. The highest pitch inning he's had in this game is 16 pitches twice. But the first 2 have reached here, and that is going to bring up Wilmer Flores. And right now, Rodriguez just trying to stabilize things and getting out. Even if it means the first run of the game for the Giants comes home. Bottom of the 7th, 5-0 the lead for Arizona. And the pitch to Flores is outside for ball 1. Missed with a heater.
Ultimately, you want a strikeout, but they would take a good sinker, change up down and away, get a double play. trade that for the run, no doubt.
There comes the 1-0. Flores takes a heater right down the middle. It's 1-1. One game is finished. There are 3 others in progress. You've got this one in front of you as the 1-1 from Rodriguez is taken low. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. In Sacramento, the A's lead the Red Sox 4-3 in the 8th inning. And down in Anaheim, the Angels and the Minnesota Twins are tied at 3 in the 7th. The 2-1 is popped up. Moreno, does he have a play? Tosses the mask and backpedaling makes the catch. Well, that's about as good as a strikeout right there. A foul pop out to the catcher behind the plate. And there's one down now for Casey Schmidt.
Exactly what you couldn't have from the Giants. You want to keep the momentum going somehow. Productive out, score a run. And Flores dejected walking back.
And Erod giving the stink eye to his manager, who is making his way to the mound. And Torrey walked with his head down, so he doesn't have to see it. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play at a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Rodriguez is out, right-hander comes in. And we'll tell you more about Jake Woodford right after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-Backs Radio Network.
Every day, helping, caring, supporting. Every day at 8.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Delays that I've seen. Gino Hackett off his heels a little high. He's airmailed into right field.
Heath at third, backpedaling, and he can't make the catch. That was awkward.
Trying a little trickeration, nobody fell for it. It's worth a shot, why not?
Oh, that's funny. Wait till they mass market them, like the Grimace. Yeah.
Oh, Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
28-year-old right-hander Jake Woodford going to make his 20th appearance of the season. 0-3 with a 4.64 ERA. He comes into the game with runners at first and third and only 1 out. Woodford facing Casey Schmidt. And the pitch to Schmidt is popped up foul, and that one floats about 20 rows into the seats. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 7th, 5-0 the score, but the Giants have rallied. They got a couple of hits from Adames and Chapman. As now this 0-1 is grounded softly foul. And Casey Schmidt behind here, 0-2.
All his own doing. He swung at a sweeper out of the zone and a sinker out of the zone there. I think that's the thinking by Torrey. Use that Woodford sinker, try to get a double play here to give up no runs.
Oh, 2. And way too high was Woodford. Towards the bottom of this lineup here for the Giants. This is a pretty critical spot. As Woodford's 1-2 pitch. Schmidt. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Kind of a phantom swing almost that time. 2-2 the count. Woodford's pitch is pulled foul. That was a breaking ball up in the zone. And Schmidt's weight was kind of leaking forward as if it was going to be a fastball instead of off speed. Adames at third, Chapman at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Too high. Full count now. You got the left-handed hitting Jung-Hoo Lee on deck.
Twice they've tried the four-seam above the zone, and he threw it good 2 feet too high.
The payoff, runner goes. That one is popped up. And Moreno giving a look. Gets up to the netting, and it's just on the other side. Didn't even make it past the first row.
I was thinking after the pop-up by Flores, at some point in baseball history, an inning probably had 3 pop-ups to the catcher. That was almost another one right there.
I'm trying to think what type of pitcher would generate a lot of pop-ups to the catcher. Would it be a guy with a crazy four-seam fastball, or would it be just a good breaking ball that had everyone lunging? Talk for a different time as the 3-2 pitch is fought off foul in between third base coach Matt Williams and Diamondback third baseman Blaze Alexander.
Surprisingly, they didn't have Chapman in motion there. They did on the first 3-2 pitch, didn't there. I would tend to believe they're going to get him in motion again.
There he goes. Swing and a foul tip. They will throw to second. And now they have Chapman in a rundown. As now they have Adames in a rundown. This is the right call. Moreno throws back to Alexander. Adames trying to escape. Flips it back to Moreno, who tags him out. Double play, inning over. Much better defensive execution by the D-backs. The Giants fail to score. And we go to the 8th. 5-0 Arizona on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Watch all D-backs games both live and on demand with the D-backs TV subscription. Start your 7-day free trial today by registering at D-backs TV. Visit dbacks.com/watch to learn more.
Step up to the plate with Right Now Power Sports and Polaris. Visit the Right Now booth at a D-backs game and check out the 2025 Polaris XP1.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped, or he might have caught that ball.
Down. There's a fastball. There's a flying bat. It's a high card.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
Haggerty is on with an infield hit. A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Thanks to some great defense by the Diamondbacks. It is still a 5-0 lead for Arizona. Alec Thomas will lead it off. JT Brubaker remains on the mound for this 8th inning. D-backs have out hit the Giants 10-2. And the Giants have drawn 2 walks, whereas the Diamondbacks have drawn 4. First pitch swinging Thomas, a sharply hit one hopper, is to the second baseman Schmidt. Throws to first base in time for the out.
Much better start for Brubaker. He labored through 26 pitches. We talked about the D-backs grinding out at bats. 28 pitches for 1 inning for Wynn, then 26 in the 1 inning for Brubaker, really making these guys work.
Here is Tim Tawa with 1 out. And Tawa takes outside. I almost like to see just one more run here, get it to a clean 6. As that is in there for a strike. And you can absorb a big home run if it comes in the 8th to the 9th inning and still feel like you have a little bit of a cushion. There's a 1-1 pitch, and Tawa takes a breaking ball from JT Brubaker in the dirt. It's now 2-1. Diamondbacks have not disclosed what their rotation will look like going into the weekend series against the Twins. One thing they can do, and why we think they are holding off, as the 2-1 pitch is low, ball 3. You could skip Nabil Krismat's turn in the rotation here and have everybody else pitching on normal days rest. Here's a 3-1. Swung on and chopped on the ground is short. Adames near the bag will throw out Tawa after a nice stretch by Flores. Wasn't the most accurate of throws. Well, there's 2 down for McCarthy.
Certainly could be in the cards, as you keep saying, they need all 3 of those games in Minnesota. You would like to get all 3.
Right now the Diamondbacks are looking for a path to get to as many wins over 85 as possible. If they hang on to this one, as this pitch to McCarthy is a called strike, the count is 0-1. That gets them to 73. So you need 12 more wins to get to 85. By no means is 85 a guarantee that you're going to make the postseason. Now McCarthy takes a strike and is behind 0-2. But if you come up short, you're going to be close.
And 85 wins would be 12-3 over their last 15. So that's what we're talking about, what they need to do.
The 0-2 is too high. That includes still series remaining against the Padres, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Phillies. And you need to find a way to get 12 wins out of that. So you see what the challenge is. There's the 1-2 now, and McCarthy fouls it away. And unfortunately, it is looking more and more likely as if the National League West will be decided on the final 2 days of the regular season. So you don't even have the luxury of facing the Dodgers for the final home series. 1-2 pitch. Reached for, weakly grounded to first, and it's going to be Flores who has it and just steps on the bag ahead of McCarthy in time for the out. 3 easy ground outs for Brubaker in the top of the 8th. They'll send us to the bottom of the 8th where the D-backs look to defend their.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a pitcher.
Terms and restrictions apply. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
The D-backs take on the Philadelphia Phillies for a 3-game weekend series starting September 19th. Secure your tickets now at Dbacks.com.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 big stories in this game. The D-backs have a 5-0 lead in this finale as Jung-Hoo Lee takes a called strike. It's 0-1. The other is that Diamondback second baseman Ketel Marte pulled himself out of the game prior to the start of the bottom of the 7th. There's the 0-1. And that one swung on, hit right in front of the plate. Barehand pickup made by Moreno. And he throws out Lee by a mile. What a nice break that is for the Diamondbacks.
That's a changeup by Woodford. Cue shot from Lee. Got it up the very tip of the bat. Just enough to guide it a foot in front of home plate. And it just sat there spinning in the dirt.
Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. Here is Luis Matos. First one to him, and he takes a strike from Woodford. One out, nobody on. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Alexander's got it. And a couple shuffles later, throws to first in time. 2 outs. And we pause 10 seconds for station ID in the Morgan & Morgan D-Backs Radio Network.
KMVP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
Oh, a couple of quick, easy outs for Woodford. Here is Patrick Bailey. Came into this game having homered in each of his last 2. And he takes out the outside edge for ball 1 here. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your D-Backs gear and today's special offer. Now the 1-0 pitch, and it's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Woodford ready, the 2-0. And that one is on the corner. 2-1 the count. D-Backs in the 9th inning are going to have Perdomo, Vargas, and Carroll coming up. As a 2-1. Bailey rolls it foul. And it's now 2-2.
Woodford, highly efficient. Wouldn't be surprised if Torrey lets him get the 9th as well. Really have that bullpen rested up for the Minnesota series.
2-2 the count. Two pitch. Ooh, he wanted to, but he took a good look at changeup off the outer corner. And Bailey's worked it full here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. 5-0 the lead for the D-Backs. That is 3-2. Is line to left. McCarthy will watch it fall. It's a 2-out single. Good decision by McCarthy. No need to dive and introduce the possibility of that thing getting all the way to the wall.
Yeah, just make the fundamental plays. All you need to do. Woodford just a changeup up that Bailey's able to get the bat to.
Diamondbacks have Andrew Saalfrank getting loose. And he will likely pitch the 9th inning. If not, pitch to Raffy Devers here in the 8th, the lefty who is on deck. Here's Elliot Ramos. Woodford delivers. And he missed outside for ball 1. Giants after this one have 3 games against the Dodgers. That's in the dirt for ball 2. So again, assuming the Diamondbacks hang on to this game and take down San Francisco, they're going to find themselves 1.5 games back of San Francisco. The D-Backs are playing one of the worst teams in baseball in the Twins. The Giants playing one of the best teams in LA. 2-0. And there's a strike. Now the Dodgers, they've lost 6 of 10. However, they shook off a 3-game losing streak, having been victorious in each of their last 3 games. They are playing the Rockies tonight as the 2-1. High chopper, front and left part of the mound. Woodford gloves and throws late to first. I'm not sure if this thing was going to go foul. If it was, not a great decision to try and make a play. And if it wasn't, then there was never going to be a chance that anybody was going to get an out.
Bounced so high. I mean, unless Woodford could have barehanded it and thrown it all in one motion, and even then it's still a bang-bang play.
That's going to be it for Woodford. Giants have a couple guys on base. And Rafi Devers coming up. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to New Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Out goes the righty. In comes the lefty. And Cole.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
If you were to find a jersey, or if you swap a jersey, one of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey. Ellie's been fun to watch. Yeah, Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
Tickets now at TalkingStickResort.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Well, Andrew Saalfrank's got an outstanding 1.11 ERA this year as he makes his 24th appearance. Giants have runners at first and second, and first pitch, Rafael Devers swings and misses at a sinker down below the zone for ball 1. After a year of punishment, it has been a year of growth on the mound for Saalfrank, as the 0-1 is just off the corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. He is producing what might be the best season he ever posts as a reliever in his major league career. As a 1-1 pitch is a little bit low to Devers. He has spoke very candidly. He's spoken often about how the year of suspension has given him greater perspective on the game and just on his life in general. As the 2-1 swung on, that is mashed high and deep out towards right field. Carroll's moving back. He's looking up. It's off the top of the brick wall. Not a home run. 2 runs are in as Devers just gets to second. And the Giants are on the board. It's 5-2.
There's a gray level layer of brick above. It hits that one. So 1 foot 6 inches, and that one's a home run. That's about as far as you can hit a baseball, I think, in any big league park without it being a home run.
Well, both Bailey and Ramos are able to score. The Giants right back in this thing. Here is Willy Adames. 1 swing of the bat could make it a 1-run ball game. The pitch is a breaking ball taken at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count.
That's just the first extra base hit for the Giants, who've just been working with 4 singles before that one.
Now the 0-1. That is skied to center, but playable for Thomas. Backpedaling will make the catch, and the inning comes to an end. So Devers scores 2, but the Giants still trail as we go to the 9th. It's a 5-2 Arizona lead in the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Thursday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the local sports leader and the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Now, one final pitching change going to be made by the Giants. Former Mets right-hander Jose Butto is on the mound, making his 50th appearance of the year. Butto 4-3, a 3.50 ERA. Walks have been a little bit more of a problem this year. And he faces the top of the order, Perdomo, Vargas, and Carroll. First pitch, and Perdomo takes a strike. Oh, 1. And Perdomo looks at strike 2. Giants have made it a ball game again, as if it wasn't one already. D-backs had a 5-0 lead until 2 outs in the 8th when the Giants scored twice. It's now 5-2. And the 0-2 pitch is low and in. 1-2 now on Perdomo. There's the wind of the 1-2. Perdomo swings and hits it just off the glove of Butto. Tries to pick it up with the bare hand, and the shovel toss to first is still a step in time. One down here in the 9th inning.
He almost played that into a hit for Perdomo. Couldn't come up with it clean and just able to shovel it over to first in time.
And so here is Ildemaro Vargas with his first at bat of the afternoon after coming in for the injured Marte. Still no official word on Ketel's status. Here's the first one. Hard hit ground ball. That's a base hit into right center field. And Vargas, good to see him ready to jump into the fray.
First pitch fastball, just getting a strike. It's a good swing on it. The second baseman shaded a little towards first base, gets it up the middle. We're hoping Ketel, whatever it is, if he's getting just a little treatment on that back right now, loosen it up.
Here's Corbin Carroll. And Carroll takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. D-backs trying to get one, if not both of those runs back. Now they surrendered in the top of the 9th. Here's the 1-0. And that one is too high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, Carroll thought about it. Took a strike. It's now 2-1. Leonard, first one out. Here's a 2-1. Way outside, ball 3. I mean, the Giants are playing Carroll to either shoot something up the middle or obviously do some pull side damage, which he's done a lot of this year. But the way that Buto is attacking him, if Carroll lets this ball travel, he could easily just pierce one inside the third base bag and easily get a double. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Got a breaking ball that time. And the count now 3-2. And there's a line drive. Caught at second by Casey Schmidt. It broke Carroll's bat. Wasn't hit particularly hard. And now 2 down to the 9th for Gabby Moreno.
Buto went back-to-back sliders. He couldn't locate that fastball against Carroll. He was able to get the slider in the zone.
And Moreno taking all the way. Takes this off the corner for ball 1. Moreno's had a good day offensively. 2 hits. He's also drawn a walk. He's worked the count full several times today. I mean, he's been a nuisance. And now Buto's 1-0 pitch is grounded softly to short. Adames charging off the heel of his glove, and he has no play at first. Boy, a routine ground ball in the sense that it was hit softly, forcing him to come in, but he's done it probably 10,000 times in his professional life and just had it roll up the heel of his glove.
Sure did. That last hop before it got into the dirt went up, and it should have made it easier for Adames reaching down, but doesn't adjust with it.
And now Del Castillo, with runners on, a chance to again add to this lead. 5-2, Diamondbacks in front, top of the 9th inning. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Vargas at second, Moreno at first. And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. I mean, Buto's still got good velocity. It's 96-98. Castillo, been a frustrating day for him. He's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Been a lot of swing and miss in his game this year. As the 1-1 is in there for a taken strike. Fastball at 96. And a count now at 1-2.
You're right. This is where they've set him up for breaking stuff, or most likely the changeup here from Buto.
1-2 pitch. And he missed outside badly. Stuck with the fastball at 98. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 2-2 pitch, down on strikes. And he strikes out for the 4th time today. The Diamondbacks strand 2, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Giants.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Call 602-BLUE-SKY today for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pest.
The San Francisco Giants travel to Chase Field on September 15th for a 3-game series to take on the D-backs. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com.
D-Backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Bottom of the 9th inning. D-Backs lead the Giants 5-2. Here is Matt Chapman. Andrew Saalfrank remains on the mound. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. It doesn't look like anybody right now is up and throwing for the Diamondbacks. Now the 1-0 curveball flutters in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. And you wonder if Torre is just going to essentially ride with Saalfrank the entire way, good or bad. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on by Chapman. He hits it foul. I mean, you look at the numbers on Saalfrank this year, the math would tell you this is probably going to be a 3-up, 3-down, scoreless, stress-free inning. And yet the importance of this game. As the 1-2 is outside. Check swing. Chapman held. 2-2 the count.
It's amazing what Saalfrank's been able to do, adding that sinker. He was 4-seam curveball when he came up a couple years ago, but that sinker has really helped him thrive this season.
The 2-2 in the dirt. Wanted to bury that curveball. He did. And Chapman would not bite. Count is full. Well, you certainly don't want any walks when you're trying to defend a 3-run lead here. There's the payoff. And that's inside ball 4. Leadoff walk to Chapman to start the 9th inning.
Very disciplined at bat. He laid off a sinker down and away, and then 2 breaking balls back to back. 1 in the dirt, 1 just missed inside.
Here's Wilmer Flores. Now the first pitch to Flores is a called strike. Because Eduardo Rodriguez started this game, Bob Melvin stacked his lineup with as many righties as possible. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Flores. 0-2 the count. Now you've got the left-hander Saalfrank trying to close it out, and so he's going to run into a wall of right-handed hitters again.
He gets these next 2. It sets up really well with Lee, the lefty.
0-2 pitch. And it's downstairs. 1-2 the count. Runner at first, nobody out. The 1-2 from Andrew Saalfrank is a pop-up in between home plate and first base, and Tawa almost straddling the line will make the catch in foul territory.
Flores has done wonders for the D-backs. Anytime the Giants have started to rally in the last couple innings, he has just extinguished that flame with infield pop-ups.
So there's one down now for Casey Schmidt. First pitch, Schmidt. Swing and a liner foul. Like he caught that a little bit towards the end of the bat here. And it's 0-1. 5-2 lead. The 0-1 pitch is downstairs for ball 1. D-backs with a win improved to 73 and 74 on the year. We will face a Twins team who, if they do not win, will be 64 and 82. As there's a swing and miss by Schmidt. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. Taj Bradley, who has been really good for both the Rays and the Twins since being flipped over, pitched today. So that's kind of a break for the D-backs. Not going to see one of the better arms. As a 1-2 pitch grounded towards third, it hits the bag, it bounces over Alexander, and it rolls down the left field line. McCarthy, quick to get it, will fire it over towards third. And a fortuitous one-out double for Casey Schmidt will bring the tying run to the plate in the 9th inning.
Maybe the only way to get the ball by Blaze over there. He was ready to make a dive. If he comes up with it clean, probably makes another outstanding play. Instead, doesn't get the chance as that ball caroms over top of him.
Diamondbacks still don't have anybody up in their bullpen. And the first one to Lee is inside for ball 1.
Outside of hitting it to Blaze right here, D-backs playing deep every other position on the infield, giving up the run for an out.
They lead 5-2. And now the 1-0 pitch is too high. The curveball just didn't break. And now Moreno going to ask for time and talk things over. And this might be an entire infield meeting. All 5 infielders converge. And now the Diamondbacks are getting a right-hander up and throwing.
This is a great chance where you have a hitter who likes to swing in a very aggressive count, and you throw a really good sinking fastball here, get an easy ground ball or maybe even infield pop-up. Either way, get your second out and then decide what you're going to do with Matos.
The 2-0 is swung on and foul tip. That was a huge swing by Lee.
You got the sinker, but not the place you want to throw it. That one was right down Broadway.
Only one thing on his mind with that swing. And now the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Tying run at the plate, the 2-1. Swung on, off the end of the bat towards second. Vargas coming in, gloves, and throws to first in time. Chapman scores, Schmidt to third. It's a 5-3 ball game, but the Giants are down to their final out.
Exactly what we said, trade and out for a run. In the grand scheme of things, neither of the guys on the bases mean much as long as you get the guys out at the plate. And he's got a chance to strand a guy at third, close this one out.
2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. And the first one to Luis Matos is off the plate away for ball 1. Not a ton of first pitch strikes this inning from Salfrank, which has made the job a little bit tougher. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Just a dandy of a curve there.
To get outs late in games, you have to have a pitch that's a definite swing and miss, and he has that in that curveball.
Runner at third, 2 down, 5-3 lead for Arizona. And the 1-1 is another check swing. Did he hold? He did not. It sure didn't look like he did. And now the Giants down to their final strike in the series.
Matos just not recognizing that pitch out of the hand at all.
The 1-2 in the dirt this time. And that was what you talked about before, that 58-foot curveball.
Better to throw it there than to hang it, and especially with Moreno. He blocks pretty much everything back there. Does a good job keeping that one in front of him.
Two. Swinging a broken back chopper to short. Perdomo gloves and throws to first, and that's your ball game. The Giants take the first two, but the D-backs rebound and win the series finale by a final score of 5-3. They pull themselves back to one game under 500 and get ready for a critical weekend series beginning on Friday against the Minnesota Twins. Once again, your final, D-backs 5, Giants 3. And Coley and I will wrap it up after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Zoom over to Chase Field on September 24th when the D-backs face the Los Angeles Dodgers. The first 15,000 fans will receive a co-branded rally towel courtesy of NASCAR and Phoenix Raceway. Visit D-backs.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way.